There are so many ways to mix and process your drums when it comes to making boom bap beats. And in today's video, I'm gonna show you 3 things that you need to get your beats or your drums banging, hard hitting every single time. Music producers, what's up and welcome back to another video. It's me, they call me Heat. If you're new to the channel or if this is your first time watching any of my videos today, I'm a music producer of over 15 years. And on my channel here, I show producers how to make some of the best boom bap hip hop style beats. Before we get into the video, I do want to give a shout out to today's sponsor, the NUVU Collective. NUVU Collective, made by producers. Shout out to K Defoe, music producer K Defoe. K Defoe sent me over this sample pack by NUVU Collective. He sent me over this sample pack here called Versions. Versions is a sample pack that features samples that are built around the 60s, 70s kind of soul sound. This pack features 10 samples, all in stereo format, ready for any DAW or sampler that you use. And when you purchase this pack right here, it's instant download for you, all right? You also get the option to choose compositions or compositions and the stems. Shout out to the NUVU Collective for that. All right, let's get into the video. Now, when making boom bap beats, of course, you know, it's all about having that dirty, grimy, hard hitting sound, right? Boom bap, it's more so of a style. It's a sound too, but it's more so the style and how you program the drums. When you hear certain songs, you're like, oh, that's a boom bap beat, right? But in order to sound like your favorite producers, or to at least have the feeling of your favorite producers, you have to have quality drum sounds. Let me repeat it one more time. You need to have quality drum sounds. That means starting off from out the gate, your drum sounds have to be of high quality, okay? Whether you're grabbing it from a record, you're just snatching it from some vinyl or something like that, or you're taking it from, I don't know, some drum loop online, it needs to be quality. So whether you have to process those sounds when you take them from vinyl, you know, EQ, compression, limiter, saturation, things like that, those are the things that will help or enhance you having those quality drum sounds. So if you don't know how to mix, that's okay, because a lot of the drum packs and drum kits that are out today, they're mainly already processed. So you don't really have to do any work, which is good for you as a new producer or beginner producer. If you're seasoned, you don't have to worry about any of that. I mean, I can do all of the explaining and telling you what to do, but I think it's better if I actually show you. So let me show you an example of high quality drum sounds and what that can do for your boom bap beats. So let me show you a couple of variations here on sounds that are quality sounds. When you're looking at the waveform here, that waveform's pretty thick. That's pretty big there. Sometimes when you sample from vinyl, you'll get waveforms that are a little bit smaller than that. So you're gonna have to do some processing to bring this sound out and to make it stand out a bit more. Let me play you this sound here. Clean sound, such a good clean sound. You hear that? It's got body to it, you know? It was taken from somewhere. It's even got the vinyl crackle, meaning this came from a record somewhere. And it was possibly stacked with another snare to give it that body. I'm gonna look for a kick. I'm gonna take a very simple kick drum here. I like that kick. So I'm gonna put all these sounds on the mixer here. I wanna make sure all my sounds are on the mixer. So kick and both snares. I don't like to use the metronome. The metronome is too on point for me. So I try to get my hi-hat together first. Now, what I'm gonna do now that I have the kick and the snare down, I'm actually gonna go back and redo those hi-hats. Woo, yeah, I like that. I like that so far right there. That's a very simple like pattern. And this is the thing, starting with quality sound. I don't have to EQ any of these sounds. Like everything is already sounding good out the gate. The drums are nice and punchy. The snare is nice and beefy. The hi-hats have a nice amount of clarity to them. So I don't have to do a lot to them whatsoever. So something else I got for you that I want to show you. So you might have your normal kick that may go boom, or it may have just a little bit of resonance on it, more than other kicks, right? Then you may go get another kick that just has less resonance. It's a little bit more round, and you may use that kick as your lower velocity kick or your ghost note. I've done that in a lot of my videos. And if you're not paying attention, or if you don't think about that, or if you don't know what I'm explaining now, you probably missed it in the past 300 videos that I've released. So yeah, let me show you an example of what I'm talking about really quick here. Hey, really quick, do you struggle with getting your beats to like knock and really hit hard and really push through? I have a course called Mixing and Mastering Your Beats Like a Pro Masterclass. In this course, I'm really showing you the bare bones of my full mixing process. Whatever sound is in the beat, I'm really breaking it down as to how to mix it, how to understand frequencies, how to listen to the frequencies and know what frequencies to take out, what frequencies to boost in this full 2-hour course. The Mixing and Mastering Your Beats Like a Pro Masterclass is a proven course. I've mixed music for national TV shows, and they have accepted my mixing. And even as a bonus for getting the course, I'm even gonna show you how to mix and master vocals after you've made the beat, or if someone brings a beat to you and they want you to record the song. So head over to BapUniversity.com and grab up the Mixing and Mastering Your Beats Like a Pro Masterclass today. All right, let's get back into the video. Now, when we think about variation, like it's not just about velocity and using velocity on your hi-hats and things like that. That is a form of variation. Variation in this regard here, I like ghost notes. I like to add ghost notes into my beats. So in this particular beat with this kick, sounds pretty good, but I need a ghost note to go over that kick or to go under that kick. This kick sounds like this. It has that resonance that I was talking about, right? So we want a kick that doesn't have any resonance. It's more round. It's more, just more beefier than this kick. So now here's a new kick that I have. I like it. Doesn't have any resonance. It's very quick, very fast. So I'm gonna pitch it down probably 3 semitones. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw that on the mixer. But what we're going to do now is we're gonna bring the volume down just a little bit. Watch what I do, and then I'm gonna show you why I'm bringing the volume down. See that extra variation that now I've put in with the other kick? I didn't add that to the main kick, because the main kick, if we do that to the main kick, that resonance stands out a little bit more, and it kind of messes the pattern up. I'm gonna bring that down on the mixer to put it in the background, basically. Yeah. That's what happens when you do variation. That's just a part of variation. There's so many different things that we can do variation wise. Maybe I'll add that in as we go, but I want to see what NUVU has in this sample pack. That's some Maybach music stuff right there. I heard Larry June all over that. I like that. Oh, yep. Yep. That's our sample right there. What did I just do? What? Oh yeah, let's lay this down and we can work on the chops. I'm about to... All right, so after fixing the chops and things like that, this is what it all turned out to be, because I had a lot of different chops going on, but now after working through it, this is what we got. Yeah, that's wild right there. I like that. I definitely like that. Now I did pitch the sample down as well. I pitched it up 3 semitones, but I wasn't really feeling that so much. So I actually pitched it down 3 semitones. Okay, so we need to take this a little bit further, adding certain types of effects that will give you that specific sound. So like, you know, you might need some saturation, you might need a bit reduction, something like that, that will give your drums that boom bap gritty style. So you can, like I said, you can use a bit reducer. There's a lot of different plugins out there. I would do a Google search on the different bit rate or bit reducers or sample rate reducers, things like that. You can go from 16-bit to 12-bit, from 12-bit to 8-bit. So to put the bit rate into perspective, think of an Atari, right? An Atari, old school game, something that you played when you were probably younger. If you're my age, you probably got the tail end of the Atari era. That was an 8-bit video game system, right? You think of the Super Nintendo, we went from 8-bit to now 16-bit. You think of the Sega Genesis, that's a 16-bit console. So the graphics looked good at the time for us. You know, we're still operating within that element of sound. So bit rate, 16-bit, we're still operating there even today. Even with music being so distorted, being such high quality music, we're still operating in the 16-bit rate. But let me show you a few things that you can do to your boom bap drums to get that grimy, old school flavor or style to your drums. So the best way to achieve that boom bap, grimy, gritty sound, you can then, you know, reduce the bit rate, you can, you know, add saturation, you can do things like that to make your drum stand out more, maybe put like a tape machine on it or something like that. So what I usually like to do is I like to go into FL and I'll highlight all these sounds right here that are here. So all of the drum sounds themselves, not the sample, just the drums. I'll highlight all of those by holding Control and Shift and then click each one that I want. If I don't want it, I'll unclick it. Now I can hold the Control button and I can assign them to one actual track. So now that puts all my drum sounds here on Insert 7, just like this. I have a plugin like RC20 that helps with reducing the bit rate. There are plugins that are equivalent to RC20 that can give you that same vibe, that same feel. I have a plugin called SP950, which kind of emulates the sound of the EMU SP1200. So it gives you that kind of vibe like that actual sampler, especially when those samplers are like $3,000, $5,000 still for a sampler that was made in the 80s. But that's a different conversation. So now with the SP950, there are different things that you can do. So it does have a knob here where you can essentially reduce the bit rate. So I can play this. Now your drums sound like the 90s, okay? These are just very simple things that you can do effect-wise, you know, especially when you don't have that mixing knowledge. These are just small things that you can do to get that sound. So you can pull out an EQ, you can reduce the high end a little bit, and I'll show you that. If you throw just a parametric EQ on there and you kind of cut the highs here a little bit, just like that. Then we can pull back and we can go back enough to where it sounds a little dated, right? We're just basically reducing the actual bit rate of the actual drums or the sample or the beat itself. So these are different things that you can do. With the SP950, it also has like mono and stereo mid-side, but those are all other steps for another video. I just wanted to simply show you the different effects or different things that you can do to achieve that grimy, gritty, tasteful sound. All right, so tell me, leave it in the comments below. What plugins or things do you do, if you already do them, to get your drums to sound good or to get them to sound grimy or to just keep that boom bap, aggressive, just gritty sound? Let me know in the comments, all right? Let's talk about the different plugins that are out there so that we can help other producers in the community find those gems that we need, all right? Now, that is the end of today's video, everyone. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you for stepping in. I didn't make a full beat. I'm sorry. I know that sometimes y'all want to watch me make a full beat, but sometimes I have to just show you a little bit deeper into my process and not be so beat making focused, okay? There are just steps that you will want to take or that I know that a lot of you want to learn, and me focusing on making a full beat will kind of take away from that process when I can't speak on specifically those, things that I'm trying to show you. All right. So thank you for watching. I appreciate you all for tuning in. And until next time, I'm out of here, y'all. I hope I inspired somebody to go create. Producers, really quick, before you go, I know you just watched this video, but I want to take things a step further for you. I want to help you a little bit more. So every single week, I'm doing live beat making sessions on Zoom. So you'll be able to sit with me. It's kind of like you'll be behind my shoulder, watching me make a beat live, literally. Every single week. And also, we'll be doing a live Q&A. So you'll be able to talk to me, ask me questions. Anything you want to know, you'll be able to ask those questions, get those questions answered live on Zoom. And if you miss the session or you won't be able to make the session, that's okay. You can submit the questions and the sessions will be available as a replay for you. So just head over to patreon.com/TheycallmeHeat, become a Boom Bap University alumni, and we're going to take things to the next level for you, all right? Just want to tell you about that. Appreciate you watching.